morning, beautiful people. So it is Monday morning. How you doing? And I am going to the tailor so I can talk to her about making this dress for my photo shoot coming April or May. It depends on our schedules, both myself and my photographer, because it's crazy, but it'll either be the last weekend in April or the first weekend in May. And I have this amazing dress that I'm so excited. I'm gonna wear it, it's gonna be wonderful. So I'm going to this tailor very quickly to see if she can make it, if she cannot, if she can recommend someone that can make it. And then I'm gonna come back, change my clothes, and get ready for class. I have to go to work early. I have to head out earlier than normal because of the tomfoolery that happened on Friday. I did not vlog about it. I didn't even put anything on Instagram about it because I'm waiting to see how things transpire. But eventually I will tell you guys about that story time. Oh man, so the elevator door opened while I'm vlogging and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be empty because who is gonna be riding the elevator at 11:30 in the morning is what I thought. Wrong. It was like full of people and they were all just looking at me. I'm like, hello. Yeah, so I had to cut that off quick. That was easy peasy. Oh, I'm so excited. My dress is gonna be red. So I showed her a picture of what I wanted and she's like, do you want it in black? And I'm like, no, I'm thinking red. And keep in mind, this is I wish I would have filmed it because I'm sure it was quite comical because I'm using words, but there were a lot of adult charades and me pointing at different colors in her studio and stuff like that, but it's fine. And then, so we found the fabric, found the color, and then she's making me another dress and I'm so excited. I'm gonna pick it up in 3 weeks. Dun, 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 dun. And you guys, one of our elevators is not working again. Last time it was this elevator. Whoops, that one. Now it's this one, which is fine, but note to self, I'm gonna have to go upstairs, change lickety split, and then get on my way, skedaddle, because we only have one elevator and it's gonna take some time. This also explains why there were so many people on the elevator when I came down. That took me a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take me to get ready. So initially I was going to go to the phone store and put more data on my phone before I went to my office, and I think I have to go to my office first, and if I have time I'll go to the phone store. But the phone store is on the way. Otherwise, even if I have time, I'm gonna go to the school and chillax, and then I'll go after I finish teaching, which is not my favorite because then it's rush hour. I said they were fixing one elevator. In my mind, when the elevator came, I was like, cool, it's done, hopping on it, right? It's going down. I get to the first floor and there's a gate and it's do not use. And I'm like, I was just in that elevator. Come on. At my office and it's 12:45 and they're in an all staff meeting. I always come during lunch. It's so bad. I feel bad about it, but it's on my way to a school that's close to here and it's just the timing. When I teach at my other school, I get done teaching at 11:30 and it takes me typically 30 to 40 minutes to get here, 30 minutes to get here. So if I leave right at 12:30, I get here at 12:40 or 11:30. Sorry, if I leave right at 11:30, I get here about 11:45 or 12:15, and then my school is just up the street. What's the time? Got down to my office. I'm at my school for the day. I'm gonna go buy some water. Oh my gosh, you guys. I think my boss thinks I'm crazy. I'm not actually crazy, but I just wasn't making any sense, and I don't know why. It could be sleep deprivation because I seem to rise with the sun, which is at 5:30. Or it could be the fact that I'm just not making any sense. I don't know. And it's hot. I didn't mention this earlier, but it is hot today. And when I say it's hot, it's pretty toasty. That's all I have to say about that. So I'm inside the teacher's lounge. I'm gonna relax. I have the air conditioning going. I was thinking about this earlier. I actually thought about it. It's Sunday, and no. Yeah, it was Saturday. One of the days this weekend. I think I'm gonna message some people back home and just be like, I miss your hugs. So there are several people. I'm really hoping my brother comes to visit me because, oh, I love his hugs. But I realized, I think when I was back in the States, I just had like people that I could hug like all the time. And so my cup for hugs was really, really full and I never had to think about it. And I want to say like over the week, I was like, I need like a really good hug. Actually, I think it was Tuesday when Nikki hugged me and I was like, oh, I don't get enough of these. And I feel like I'm going through hug withdrawals. And I feel like, so I'm very cautious with who I like hug because some people are really weird and they're creepy just everywhere in the world. They're just weird and creepy. And sometimes some people are like, oh, you smile at me, that means you like me. I always think about my dad. It sounds so bad. My dad would be like, she wants me. No, Dad, she's our server. It's her job to smile, right? Like, but they're really guys. Like my dad would say it jokingly, but I think there are a lot of guys that really think that like when I smile like, hey, and nod, they're like, oh, like she really likes me. That's not the case. And so because I'm learning the language and I don't know enough of the language and I'm still learning and understanding the culture beyond the surface level, like now that I'm living here, I'm starting to understand it at a much deeper level. Hugs are not something that I see happen unless it's like two people and they're together, they're a couple. And so I'm like, I just don't hug people ever. And it makes me really sad. I just realized this past week. It makes me really sad. So if any of my people back in Colorado are watching this video, get ready because come summertime, I'm gonna need some hugs. I love you all. I miss you. All right, let me prep for this class now. Okay, so I just finished teaching both my classes today. I'm hanging out because I hate traffic. Here's what I learned today. People amaze me. I was gonna say they're crazy because I think it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But I'm more like, what? That is a thing? Let me tell you the story. So this girl writes this paper about these baby dolls. They call them dolls. It comes from Thailand. I can't remember the name of them, but you have to feed these dolls, and the dolls bring you good luck and fortune and money. So this is the kicker. So I'm reading about these baby dolls, and the baby dolls come from real babies. Okay, so these baby dolls are made from real babies. I don't even know where they get these real babies, but they're real babies that they then, I believe, embalm, and then they have to feed the baby. Some people feed the baby like milk, and then some people feed the baby kicker blood. Now, it's crazy because one student was like, oh, you know, that's an Asian thing. It's like an old tradition. I'm not ready for that. and then another girl was like, well, it's just a myth. Like, people don't really know if it works or not, but they still do it. And then one girl was like, actually, my aunt, did she say her aunt? No, one boy in my class was like, yeah, my uncle did it, and it's like crazy. He's like, you have to feed this baby until you die. You have to feed this dead baby that they've embalmed until it dies. What are you talking? What? And it's supposed to bring you good luck or riches, or what did they say? Good luck, riches. Oh, or you can like send the baby to like harm your enemy. Okay, that to me sounds like voodoo. Not my jam. I'm not, Don't ask me about it. It's not my jam. That's what I've concluded. That freak. What? Okay, good to know. Not my, I'm gonna say it again. It's not my jam. I also heard something else that was really interesting today. This one is more on a lighthearted note, not so much me being in shock and awe. Oh, I forgot his name. I will find out his name. I think his English name is Jackson. Not what's important. What is important is, so he's fairly tall here, and I saw him at the canteen, and he had to do what my cousin does, and I was like, oh, I need to call my cousin. Where, like, my uncle did it a lot, and my cousin has to do it sometimes. If the doorway is too small, he has to like duck down and go in, and so he had to do that, but he still hit his head. And so he was like, yeah, that's the trouble with being tall. And I was like, meh, yeah. Like, you have, it sucks. Yes, I'll give you that one. Doorways that are too small, and airplane. When you're on the airplane and your seats and you don't have leg room, I'm going to give you those two things. Meanwhile, the list of things, the advantages of being tall is like, and growing, right? And so he was like, well, technically, they have a saying here. And my understanding is that the shorter, so the distance from the top of your head to heaven is how tall you are. And so technically, he was like, so technically you're taller than me. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, thanks for trying to make me feel better. And I appreciate that. And subconsciously, I'm like, all I can think about are my brothers and their short jokes. That's all. But it was a sweet story, so yeah. Anyway, this is Bradley. And I told Bradley and Jess and Mike about that baby doll thing. Yes, Bradley, I do. Today's Monday.
About that on YouTube.
Yeah, you're going on YouTube. Bradley's in that, but he's cool people. Anyway, that doll thing, it's disturbing. Back to real life. I'm super excited because I went and I put more data on my phone. Went back and talked to my tailor because I realized I didn't tell her I have one dress that's red, and I think she was making both dresses red, and so I was like, no, I need one dress red, one dress pink, and will you put pockets in it? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, yes, I'm so excited. I'm really excited to wear more dresses that are appropriate for school. And then, yeah, that's it. I'm wrapping it up. This is it. Sayonara. Bradley, you're such a nerd. Sayonara, everybody. I'll see you later.